Welcome back to my channel. My name is Valerie and I make videos for you guys about life in New York City on a budget while living well. And I wanted to take this opportunity to make a quick little video for you guys about New Year's Eve in New York City. While I personally feel that New York City is one of the safest places to live, I think that being New Year's Eve, there are some safety precautions and some things that I would like to talk to you about so that you, if you are in New York City, have an enjoyable evening, a safe evening, and a happy evening this New Year's Eve. First of all, I wanted to tell you about a scam alert that I've seen a lot online that's really, really important. First of all, especially to you guys, if you are tourists and you're new to the city, there can be many people, especially in the Times Square area, from now or in the last few days up until New Year's Eve, who are selling tickets to amazing events that are happening in the city, New Year's Eve, and they sell them on the street. First of all, just don't buy them. Here are the problems. First of all, some of these tickets are literally counterfeit tickets, okay? They are copies of tickets, whatever. They are not going to get you into the event, so you're wasting your money. Second of all, most of these venues that having these events, having open bar, having all wonderful New Year's Eve events, the ones that are legitimate, and many, many of them are, the problem is they will tell you on the ticket, the event begins at 7 p.m., 8 p.m., 10 p.m., it ends at 12, it ends at 1 a.m., 2 a.m., whatever the case might be. The chances of you being in Times Square and being permitted to enter that venue and to go through the barricades, the police barricades, at 8 o'clock at night are slim, if not impossible. And you're going to be throwing away your money on tickets that you're unable to use, and you're going to have nowhere to go for the evening. So I would suggest to you that you just do not buy these tickets. The other thing I wanted to talk to you about is the celebration of the ball drop New Year's Eve in Times Square. The truth, New Yorkers rarely, if ever, take the opportunity to go to this event. Why? Because it is really not the same as you see on TV. While it's a wonderful event, I'm sure, it is an extremely, extremely difficult event to attend, to be comfortable in, and to enjoy. And let me explain to you some of the problems of this event. First of all, as many of you might have guessed, it is cold in New York City. So I'm going to answer some questions that many people have about the event in Times Square on New Year's Eve. The first question is, what time do you need to arrive in order to get into a prime viewing area? I would suggest you, by what I have seen online over the years, especially recent years, if you want a prime viewing area, you need to be there at 12 p.m. December 31st, okay? That's 12 p.m., like 12 hours before midnight. Once you're allowed into this viewing area, once, you've walked through the police barricades, they've allowed you in, you don't get a choice of where to go. People often say, oh, I want to know where that performance is going to be, where that's going to be. I only want to be in this part. You're told where to go. The viewing areas start filling up closest to 42nd Street first. And probably if you're there at even 3 p.m., you're going to end up in the high 40s. You're not going to, be in the prime area. And once you get in, you can't leave. Once you get in, you can't move. So, not to be too much information, but you really have to think seriously about not going to the bathroom for at least 12 hours. The truth is, I've heard many, many people that go to this event literally wear diapers. If that's something that you're comfortable with, so be it. I gotta say, it's not something that I would do. The other thing is, there are no street carts, no vendors allowed in that area. So you need to bring your own water and you need to bring a snack. The only thing that I could think of the top of my head that would be something easy to bring would be some energy bars stuck in your pocket. Now remember, I don't think you're going to be allowed to bring in backpacks, and I don't think even if you were allowed to, you would want to, because it's going to be crowded. There's going to be pushing and shoving, and you don't want that. While we're on that subject, you need to watch your money very, very carefully. Since you're not going to be using a credit card, or chances are slim, you might need it if you wanted to pay a cab by credit card. I would bring one piece of ID and a small amount of cash and one credit card. And I would make sure that is in an inside pocket of your coat, or guys, a front pocket of your pants. Be really, really careful. I would also suggest, just in case there was an emergency and somehow you were pickpocketed or misplaced your money or whatever, so that you're not down and out, I would take a large bill, like a $50 bill or something like that, and I would stick it in my sock, in my shoe. That's just me. I like to be, really careful. There's a few other things that if I were going, I would bring with me. Something to charge my cell phone. These little power pack charger things, a very small one and a line, just in case. I'm not a big electronics person. I don't know how this happens, but there have been times where I've been out and for whatever reason, my cell phone, just the battery seems to be drained. Various trains or various stores, I don't get it. A lot of people also want to know how to get there. And they assume, the subway, isn't that a great idea? Wrong. Do not. And if there's one thing that you take away from this video, I would say to you, do not depend on the subway to go to 42nd Street. It will be so crowded. I'm not just talking about the trains. I'm talking about the terminal. 42nd Street terminal is like a cross place for almost every train in Manhattan, every subway station. It is going to be packed, okay? I went to a different event a long time ago. We could not even get out of the subway. The stairs are like a half an hour, wait just to get up the stairs. It can be really scary. You can be pushed. It's not a thing that you want to do. Okay? New York City is a walking city. I would suggest that you get off a stop or two away from Times Square. Get off at 34th Street. Get off above 42nd Street. Walk down. Take a taxi to the area, that's blocked off, and then walk from the cab, whatever. But do not think that you can take the Times Square subway. Also, be prepared to spend hours getting home and getting out of the area. Same thing. There's going to be tons and tons of people there. I haven't looked at the statistics. I would guess it's hundreds of thousands of people, probably 1 million people or more. Whatever it is, you are not going to simply be able to walk down the street and just get into the train. You're probably going to have to walk away and take a taxi, or walk to the east side and take the east side train. I don't know. It's going to be packed. What would I suggest? As a New Yorker of decades and decades and decades, what would I personally suggest? If you want to go out New Year's Eve, if you have a private party, by all means, obviously, go to that private party and enjoy it. Okay? If you want to go out to dinner, you want a special dinner, a special evening, without spending thousands of dollars. Everything is hyper inflated New Year's Eve. You're not going to go and get a $20 meal, anywhere decent, unless you want to end up in McDonald's. It is so not going to happen. But if you're comfortable spending maybe $200 or $300 for a meal, I would go to Open Table. I think it's opentable.com. I'll leave it below. It's a reservation service for restaurants in New York City. You do not pay to use it. You don't have to pay any money up front. I've used that before New Year's Eve for a local restaurant. The good thing about it, it tells you the special, okay? It might say, we have a prefix dinner special for New Year's Eve with an open bar. It's $295 per person. This is what, it tells you exactly what the deal is. And I would highly recommend OpenTable. I know I'm backtracking, but I also wanted to make a note about Times Square New Year's Eve. It's not like it is on TV, okay? I mean, TV, you get to see all the performances, you hear the audio so clearly, you get to see everything. Don't forget, you're going to be in a spot you cannot move. And it's the luck of the draw if you happen to get near a stage or not, okay? So my other idea for New Year's Eve, truthfully, is to stay home. That's what we do. Stay home. Watch the TV. It's really, really nice. It's comfortable at home. Cook something special. Send out early for some Chinese food or pizza or whatever. And open up a bottle of champagne, whatever it is you like to drink, and just have a really nice time at home. If you're not giving a party or you're not going to one, you can do that. And you'll be able to see some of the best entertainment in the industry for free right from your TV at home. The other idea that I have for you is, stay up New Year's Eve at home. Try and get to bed not too late, like 1 o'clock, before 1 o'clock. And many New Yorkers, since New Year's Day is a holiday and most people don't go to work, take advantage of that holiday and really, really enjoy it. It's really nice to go out, take a walk in the Village, take a walk in Soho, take a walk by 59th Street, Central Park South, take a walk by Rockefeller Center, go out for a lovely lunch or breakfast or brunch, and just enjoy the day, okay? Many people do that, and that's really a lot of fun as well. So that's all I have for you guys in this video. Happy, happy, happy New Year to all of you. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and found it informative, please be kind enough to give me a thumbs up. I have big plans for this channel 2017. As I discussed in previous videos, I'm going to get into a whole series on minimalism as well as a separate series on life in New York City with Ambrosio. So please subscribe. And our first new video should be up the first week of January. Thanks again, guys, and Happy New Year.